Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today's Tuesday. Let me get the board there so you can see it. Today is Tuesday, February 21st of 2022. It's 43 degrees Fahrenheit or 6 degrees Celsius. And back in 1920, it was 37 degrees Fahrenheit or 3 degrees Celsius. Today is Tuesday. Well, the rest of it. My mangrove went kaput in the fishbowl. Maybe it's the soil, I don't know. So, and then I'll show you who woke up first, and then we're going to repot this mangrove and see if we can save it, because the roots still look good. But first, I'll show you the little surprise we got. Let me turn this here. And let me see if I can turn this without knocking anything over. I made this box out of insulation foam. I just cut it up and then I lined it with everything. So this way here everything's growing. Our winter sweet, the bristlecone pine, and the other one from Scott Winard from Let's Do Bonsai, the Norway spruce. We got two little guys just woke up. That's pretty good. So let's turn this back so it's out of our way. And with the mangrove, I'm going to just use this old mushroom tray. And we're going to use, let me get on this side for you because I'm all discombobulated here. The soil, we're going to use 1 part fluorite, 1 part fluval stratum, 1 part unmilled sphagnum moss, and then we're going to add also some azus amicus into the mix. So here's our dish. There's no holes in it because it's going to hold the water. Now let me show you the mangrove. And I took it out of the soil and I dumped everything out and cleaned the fish bowl. But you can still see the roots still look alive. They're not blackened or anything. But the top is starting to die back a little bit. So, let's see if we can save it. Let me get this out of the way. There we go. And we'll take the Aquarium Floss out of there. Throw it on here. And you can see it like it still wants to live. So this is just the stuff that we mixed it with. So let's see what we can do. So now here is our mix. See if you can see it. Just like that. That's our little mix. Put some in the pot here. Yeah, I know it looks all kind of dry and stuff, but what are you going to do? Let's get this on the side here. Take out some of these big clumps out of the way. Put it in there. And, okay, Tom, here it is. We're going to take our azus. See, I put it in a nice little squeeze bottle, ketchup bottle. Well, it's an old bottle that I had for fish food. And I'm going to hit the roots. Let's see if you can see it a little bit better. Let's get it down there. And we're going to just put it in there all over our tree, and hopefully it'll revive the roots. We got it in the bottom. And then I'm going to take our micus. I never did find a cap for this ketchup bottle, so I just used aluminum foil on the top. And then we're going to just put it in. just like that. Okay. Now, we'll take our mix. Now you can see that the tree is standing. That's because the roots are like that, but I'm going to put it in this way. I'm going to make a mound right there. Just like that. And then I'm going to take a little more of the mucus beneficial bacteria and stick it in there. We want to save this one. Give it a fighting chance. Let's see what happens. And our azus. Just like that. Remember, they work hand in hand with each other, the mucus and the azus. Well, we'll put that away later. So let's get our tree a little bit centered. There we go. I'll lift my arm up out of the way. And with the moss and our beneficial bacteria, hopefully it'll help this little mangrove tree to revive. Just like that. Just like that. Now let's get our chopstick. And just, let's see. Let's get it right there so you can see it. And just ease it into the roots. This will have a nice radial root base. If we can get it in there, I'm going to push this one into the center more. There. Now. Okay, Tom, what'd you do with the spray bottle? Ah, here it is. I'm going to just give it wet it down so we can get some of the surface tension out. This way here, the water will go in and not run off. And you can see how nice and dark the stratum is, along with the fluval. And that's just clay. Just as if you would buy turfus, that's just clay. But no additives in it. Just like that. Okay. Now let's push it in. Get it in there. Get a little more of our mix into the pot, and let's hopefully this little guy will survive. Just like that. We ain't looking to be fancy. We want them to live. And then we'll take out the surface tension. Just like that. So you don't have to be fancy. Make your own little greenhouse. Just go. I went to Home Depot. That's where I got it. I think you got like 6 pieces of insulated foam there. And I just cut it. It came out pretty good. Okay, we're watering it in. Now the best time to do stuff like this is in the evening. This will give the plant a chance to recuperate and get out of stress. There we go, we're almost filled to the top. Let me put Mr. Elephant on the floor here. Let's straighten him out just a hair. Just like that. There we go. Let me get the napkin here. And that's our little mangrove tree. Let's hope we can bring it about. I mean, it's a little blackened up here, but the rest is all green. So this is like a seed pod. So hopefully we'll get something to immerse off the top. Now I can always go and cut this. So maybe we can do that so it doesn't die back. And yes, I sterilized the scissors beforehand. So we'll get that old piece out of there. Okay, it'll be just like a seed pod, just starting to grow again. It's starting to wilt here a little bit, so even though sitting in the water, maybe that soil just wasn't, it just didn't like it. So let's hopefully this soil will work out better for it. Just like that. There we go, just like that. Hopefully the noise from the wash machines don't bother you. Okay, so don't be afraid to try something different. Don't be afraid to build something new. You can see I put you can't see it. Let's put it right there. I put some glue on it. Still can't see it. There we go. I put some glue on it, and I put bamboo skewer through there and some nails just to hold them in place with the skewers in there too. I just made like a wooden nail and stuck it in there, and that's how it is. The bottom I just glued, and hopefully it'll sit. But that's the way it is. Just like that. That's a little box you can make. Don't be afraid. Try something different. Later on I'll move it towards the middle because I had to do this when I was filming. So Nigel and Scott, I hope you guys are getting a little better. I sent them some old time music that they play. I don't know if I can put it in the link. I'll try to do that a little bit later, but I mean, this got some old, great music on it. You don't put it on YouTube because you won't find it. You just got to go to the Google search and press it in there, and it'll pop up. And I like it. Some of these songs from the 1920s. What the heck is it? The Love Nest. Remember George Burns and Gracie Allen when they were opening up the show? That was their theme song, The Love Nest. And let's see, John Steele, Otto Harbach, and Louis A. Herrick wrote it. Sorry, I'm trying to read so I don't forget all these names. And then there was another one by Ted Williams and his orchestra, Somebody Stole My Gal. And then Isham Jones and his orchestra playing It Had to Be You. And then there was Fanny Bryce singing About My Man. But there's a lot of good old songs on there. So Nigel and Scott, if you can, sit back, relax, shut the lights off, put a pot of tea on, and just listen to some of these old songs from the 20s. That's why I put the date on there, and maybe on the next video I can find some other old songs that I can let you know about. But this is a good time to sit back and relax, especially today. It was a nice day, even though yesterday was a little warmer than today. But today the sun was out, and it took out all that dampness, so it was a comfortable day. There was no dampness going in through your legs or through your bones. So I'm gonna make me a cup of tea. I know there's a lot of videos I gotta catch up on. So you guys take care, relax. Jay and Zin, I also sent you the link. I'll see if I can paste it somewhere in the description, and then maybe you can check it out. But it's really pretty good. So you take care. Don't be afraid to make your own little reflector house, greenhouse, whatever you call it. And don't forget, if you want to try mangrove, give it a shot. Never give up. Never give up, because I'm not giving up. I'm not. We'll hope this little guy grows. Fingers crossed. If the roots are good, maybe the beneficial bacteria along with the sphagnum moss, will help generate some new growth. So you take care, everybody. Have a good evening. Hot tea with lemon for guys that are feeling under the weather. And just sit back and relax to some old-time songs. I mean, these were classics. I couldn't leave the, the computer to listen to them. Take care, everybody, and have a good night.